Okay, so for your bell ringer for lesson 6.3, you need to go into the resource folder and open the bell ringer for lesson 6.3. So lesson 6.3 bell ringer. Now, if I'm looking at the document for lesson 6.3 bell ringer, you'll see that you're going to be creating this rib structure right here. Okay, and a couple measurements. I didn't give you all the measurements because the file is there already. But we know that this rib is going to be on both sides of the front, and that it's going to start a 1/4 of an inch down and a 1/4 of an inch in and extend. This will also be 0.25 inches across. I forgot to say that. So 0.25 inches across. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So to create this rib structure, first, I need to have some kind of structure inside of my drawing that's going to tell me where to put this rib. So I can't just come up to rib and click it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new sketch on the side face. And I'm just going to sketch a simple line going down as a diagonal. So I'm going to snap it into this line, snap it into this line, and then I can dimension it. So I'm going to add my dimensions from the corner to the first point of 0.25 inches. And then I'm going to add a dimension from this point to the corner of 0.25 inches. So now I have a diagonal. I can click finish on the sketch. Now I can use create this rib. So I'm going to click on rib, and this is just a thin wall structure. Now there's a couple of different types of ribs I can create. I can create them normal to a sketch plan, or I can create them parallel to a sketch plane. So that's what I'm going to use for this one. So if I'm creating them parallel, it's going to start here and work its way down or work its way up. So I'm going to select my profile, which is the line. I'm going to go ahead and change my thickness to 0.25 inches. And then I needed to select which way it's going. So this is going to be direction 1. And I want it to go down in structure. I want it to go down in structure. So let me make sure I select my boss. Okay. Now this has been a common error I've had today playing with this. It's usually telling me that something is not connecting correctly. Okay. So I've had that issue. Some things I've done, I've tried changing my directions to see if that might fix it. Oh, that's what it was. I forgot to change it parallel. So let's try that now. Nope. What I've had to do today also, I've had a little bit of issues with ribbing today. So what I've done is I've actually deleted a sketch, and I've went back in to re-sketch it again because something may not work. And I don't use ribs a lot, so I'm kind of out of practice with it. So the key thing is I want to make sure it snaps to this line, and it snaps to this line. Add my dimension again, so corner to corner, so 0.25. Endpoint to corner, 0.25. Try finishing this again. If you need to, try to zoom in. Make sure that it's connected on both points. If there's a gap there, it won't work. So I'm connected on both points. Choose rib. Make sure it's parallel. Set my profile. Try direction 1. I want to go to the next structure. 0.25. Select my profile. There it is. So I just clicked around until it worked, and I saw I had to go select profile 2 here. So I've created this rib structure. I see it in green. I can click OK. and then I can create a mirror, or I can try to practice creating another sketch. So I saw what I had to do there. Let me practice doing another sketch just to get into practice. Remember, the more I practice, the better I'll get. So I'm going to choose the edge, create a new sketch. I'm going to create a new line. Click finish. Because I had a line there already, it's going to help me out. I was able to guide off of that line. Now I can select rib, select parallel, select my profile. Okay, so I had this issue right here. I'm going to probably have to fix that. So let me go back and edit my sketch. I'm going to delete my line right here. I don't know. This is a projection line to that hole, so that's why I'm getting that error. So I'm going to go ahead and create this line again from edge to edge. You notice I want to make sure that it didn't snap to anything that was pre-existing. I'm going to go ahead and hit my geometry. So 0.25, 0.25, finish it. Now I'm going to go ahead and try my rib again. Parallel, select my profile. Okay, again, I'm getting an error message. I'm just going to try it again. Because again, the more I practice with this, the better I might get. I don't know why it's giving me issues today though. There it goes. Okay. So I created my second rib. So just practice these ribs on different structures so we can get better at it.